In this video, I will review the Topo Cyclone 2, a surprisingly impressive daily trainer. Let's find out if it's the daily trainer for you.
Hi, my name's Lee. I'm a running coach and I help older runners find ways to improve as a runner and enjoy their running consistently. Today I want to look at the Topo Cyclone 2 running shoe and see if it could be a great daily trainer for you. So I need to just give a little bit of background how I came upon this shoe. Some of the people who've watched my videos know that I've loved Atreyu running shoes. I love their base model, their race day shoe, the artists, and I will leave links to my reviews below the video. But I absolutely detested their newest shoe, the Daily Trainer, and I really wanted to love it, and I didn't. I just felt that it had too much outsole rubber on the shoe and it just made it feel clumpy and unresponsive. I did a review on the channel and I actually took the video down because I just felt so bad about the negative points I was making, though I felt they were true. I love Atreyu as a company. I still run in their base model and the artist, but the bottom line was I was on the hunt for another daily trainer. I saw a video from Kavuzi and he did a video, I think it was called The Best Shoe You've Never Heard Of, the Topo Cyclone 2, and I loved it. I loved the review. It seemed to be the right shoe for me. So I went out and bought the shoe with my very own pocket money. So don't worry, this review is not been sponsored. I'm not that big a channel. So I just bought the shoe myself, and here's my thoughts, and let's see if it could be a good fit for you as a daily trainer. So let's look at the stats. It's a full Pebax powered midsole, 28mm stack height in the heel with a 5mm drop, which we're going to come to later on. That's a 23mm in the forefoot. A thin layer of outsole rubber with cutouts and exposed foam areas, which is another important factor we're going to come to. It's got a nice wide toe box for your workout sessions, a nice upper mesh that is see-through but seems pretty strong and resilient, light padding on the tongue and heel, and it's very light. My version is 11, but I think it says on the site if you've got a men's size 9, it's 6.9 ounces. So a very light shoe. So first of all, let's look at what I liked about the shoe. Well, first of all, I love the Pebax midsole foam. It provides a really lively experience, not too squashy, just very responsive. I felt as a running experience. I felt the Atreyu when I ran in it felt clumpy and unresponsive. I like my shoes like my beds. I don't like beds that I sink into, and I don't like shoes that I sink into. And this didn't feel like that. It felt very responsive, a comfortable upper, and it felt very speedy. I've done a speed session and a 12-mile run in it, and it felt very light on the speedier runs, and on the 12 miles I felt comfortable and it felt to be pushing me along at a nice pace. Minimal out rubber providing good grip. Now this is a big thing for me. As I said about the Atreyu, it had too much of this rubber on the bottom that took away from the overall experience of the shoe. Topo don't do that. They've just got a nice bit of rubber there, gives you a bit of grip, but doesn't take away from the springiness of the Pebax foam. So what might you not like about the shoe? Well, it's definitely not for off-road, for reasons outlined. Because it's only a 5mm drop, some runners may not like this. I don't know how I will get on with it on longer runs. I'm normally somebody who likes about a 6 to 8mm drop on my shoes, but this felt really comfortable. It does push you more into the this part, the midsole of the shoe, depending on the type of runner that you are, you may like this or not. It's not a particularly aesthetically pleasing shoe. My wife liked the colour, but it's quite this wide toe box, which from a practical point of view I've liked, but it doesn't look fantastic. And it's quite slim here, so you go quite slim, quite wide. So some of you may or may not like that. The sizing I felt was on point, but I'm a half size, I'm a 10.5, and I can run in a 11 very, very comfortably. I felt this was just on the edge. So what I would say is, if you're a half size, go for the half size, don't go a size up. This was just on the edge. I think a little bit bigger and it would have been too big for me. So true to size, fit in lots of ways, but just be aware of that. It reminds me a lot of the Endorphin Speed 2 that I've done a review on. I haven't run in the Endorphin Speed 3, but I race in the Endorphin Speed 2 at the moment as of making this video, and it really reminded me of that shoe without the carbon or the plastic plate in there. This shoe has a nice rock to it, but a lot more bend. It's got a real spring to it, so it really reminded me of that shoe, which I think isn't a bad thing. If I'm going to be doing 20 miles plus in this, time will tell. I will update, but I will definitely be doing speedier runs in it, definitely doing mid runs in it, and I can see this becoming a very, very big part of my running as a daily trainer. But if you're used to more stack height, or at least more drop, so that you've got more here, then this may not be the shoe. It's neutral, but in a very, very neutral way. I mean, lots of give here, lots of movement here, which I personally like, but some runners may find that lack of support not enough. But if you want a fast, responsive shoe, then as Cavuzzi says, this may be the best shoe you've never heard of. And as a lot of other runners have said, this is a shoe that if it was coming out under a main brand would probably be getting a lot more attention. But in fairness, this prices out at £150, so it's not a cheap shoe to begin with. So I think you've got to buy it pretty much on its own merits. And on that, I think it is worth it. So if you're looking for a new daily trainer, you like something close to the road with a good responsiveness, but not too much squishiness, and you don't mind the neutral side of the shoe and the 5mm drop, then I think it could be a shoe for you. And I'm definitely going to enjoy running in this more myself. So I hope you've enjoyed this review. If you have, give us a like or subscribe to the channel, and put your thoughts in the comments below. Bye for now.